My name is Laura Evans, and I am the author of Inclusive Arts in Action. I believe that every person counts, and that every person is a unique and creative individual, and that every person is equal. I believe in integrity, understanding, acceptance, development, equality, and the inclusion of all. And most of all, I believe in people. Inclusive Arts in Action is a book that explores all of these ideas. It takes a snapshot of an inclusive arts organisation based in Cambodia that uses the arts as a powerful tool for transformation. This organisation is called Epic Arts, and I have been part of the senior management team here for the past 3 years. Inclusive Arts in Action is a result of a 1-year research project that I conducted with staff and students at Epic Arts in conjunction with Staffordshire University in the UK. What does Epic Arts actually do with the arts? What exactly is inclusive arts? There is something different about the work that Epic does. Every person really does count here. These are some of the questions and statements I have heard many times during my time in Cambodia. What Epic Arts is doing and discovering is intriguing, and it has a lot to share with other arts practitioners or people wishing to know more about an inclusive approach to the arts, or to their life, work and relationships as a whole. Inclusive Arts in Action is a book that looks at what inclusive arts is and how it works at Epic Arts. So what is inclusive arts? Epic Arts defines inclusive arts as an artistic-based practice such as dance, music, visual art, filmmaking, drama, etc., that are made accessible to and centered around people of all abilities, all cultures, all genders, all ages, all sexual orientations, all religions, all backgrounds, with collaboration, individuality and creativity at its heart. This is the official Epic Arts explanation of what inclusive arts is, but I wanted to hear what the staff and students thought inclusive arts really meant, and the book contains many thought-provoking statements taken from interviews with people who work for and connect with Epic Arts. Inclusive arts means to make everyone equal, all working towards the same creative goal. We are all on a level together through what we create. Inclusive arts means joined together in creating things, whether this is art, dance or drama. All different people join together to make art from everyone's minds and ideas. The way art should be, a space for creativity for anyone regardless of ability, gender, race, religion or sexuality. At Epic Arts we work with everyone, and we want to explore art with different people from different places and situations and see what is created through being inclusive. An inclusive arts organisation is the same as any other arts organisation. It's just that it focuses on being adaptable to those people who work within it or who interact with it. It enables the creativity of everyone to be explored. Inclusive arts is not about helping a person, but about enabling a person to creatively express their thoughts and feelings as a creative individual. The people we work with do not need fixing. We are not doing this work to make people better. They are artists and they are being expressive, and they can have a voice, can educate others, and can communicate with others through the arts. Inclusive arts here at Epic Arts is not a set of rules or guidelines to follow. It's an attitude, a way of thinking, and a way of living your life. It's very hard to define or to teach, but it's what we call Epic DNA. It exists inside so many people. You just need to find it, pull it out and make it grow. Then maybe we can all be a little more inclusive and accepting in this world. When writing the Inclusive Arts in Action book, I thought it was important to provide a context to the work Epic Arts is doing in Cambodia. The book includes a chapter on the cultural history of Cambodia that tells the story of how the vibrant art scene that existed in the country was destroyed by the Pol Pot regime in the 1970s. This chapter explores the effect this had on artists and the arts in the country, and how arts in Cambodia is now rising like a phoenix from the ashes and finding its voice again. As Epic Arts works with a number of people with disabilities, the book also includes a chapter on disability in Cambodia, which explores the facts and figures about people with disabilities in the country and the negative attitudes present in society. This chapter also includes a number of real stories from staff and students at Epic Arts to reinforce the reality of life for people with disabilities in the country. The Inclusive Arts in Action book takes a look at how Epic Arts is responding to the environment it finds itself in Cambodia, and how it makes an impact on the people it works with. The book also contains the Epic Arts Inclusion Statement that was produced with staff and students as part of the research project and sets out 7 key statements that explains we are Epic, we are inclusive. But the main focus of the Inclusive Arts in Action book is to delve into the hearts and minds of the people who work and interact with Epic Arts to try to discover what inclusive arts is. I believe that inclusion is more than a tick box, that inclusion goes beyond do's and don'ts, specific inclusion projects, and integration. What I discovered through the research project at Epic Arts is that inclusion is about attitudes, actions, and skills, and that by understanding these, we can encourage people to be imaginative and see creativity, be human and see uniqueness, be adaptable and see possibility in order to achieve a more inclusive society for us all to live in. The book explores the attitudes, how people need to think and feel, the actions, what people need to actively do, and the personal skills, what skills people need to cultivate, that are the foundation of the work that happens at Epic Arts. The book explores the 4 inclusive attitudes that were discovered through interviews and observations. These attitudes are to value each person's individual creativity, to have a can-do attitude, to see the ability of others, to understand that we are human. The book also looks at the 4 inclusive actions that were discovered. These actions are to give time to activities and people, to set an example and share, to treat people equally, to encourage creative interactions. And the book also explains the 4 inclusive personal skills that were discovered. These personal skills are to include everyone in communication, to have knowledge and share knowledge, to be part of a team, to be adaptable in all areas. By listening, watching and discussing these actions, attitudes and personal skills with staff and students at Epic Arts, I was able to develop 12 guiding principles for successful inclusive arts practice. These principles now form the Epic Arts Manifesto. Every person is a creative genius. Every person should be encouraged to explore, experiment and give it a go. Every person deserves the best and to be the best they can be. Every person is a unique human being with something individual to bring to the world. Every person can be included with a little bit of time, some room for expression and a listening ear. Every person can be an example to others, show what they can do, and change the way people think. Every person should be treated according to the same values as anyone else at all times and in all situations. Every person has a different experience of the world, and his or her involvement in a creative process makes the end result totally unique. Every person should be enabled to understand information and instructions through communication in all its different forms. Every person should be encouraged to understand other people's differences and is entitled to high quality, professional and inclusive arts activities. Every person should be an equal part of a team that is working towards a common goal with laughter and fun as part of the journey. Every person needs to adapt in some way to include others and find a middle ground to join together on. Adaptability is the key to successful inclusive arts. I believe that these guiding principles can help people to understand what is at the centre of inclusion and that artists, along with people interested in a more inclusive and accepting approach to their work, can use these principles to develop what they do. I hope that in the future, inclusive arts will affect society as a whole by discussing the attitudes we must cultivate in order to create a truly inclusive world in which we can all live. I hope to see inclusive arts become the blueprint for all arts communities, not just a specialised area, but the way that all arts just is, a sector that is inspiring, accepting, adaptable, and a true celebration and expression of individual creativity in all its forms, where people are encouraged to be imaginative and see creativity, be human and see uniqueness, be adaptable and see possibility. You can connect with Epic Arts via Twitter, Facebook and email, and you can connect with me via my inclusive research blog, Every Person Counts, as well as through Twitter, Facebook and email. Inclusive Arts in Action was written by Laura Evans and designed by Hayley Holden, and is available to buy from the Epic Arts Cafe and the Epic Creations shop in Cambodia, and via Amazon.com.